Hello, this is Grandpa John's Storytime, episode number 14, reading the book written by Avi called Ragweed, and today is Ragweed chapter 14. The chapter title is Ragweed Makes Up His Mind. As the train whistle grew louder, Silversides continued to creep forward, drawing ever nearer to the white mouse. Horrified by what was unfolding before his eyes, but not knowing what to do, Ragweed rose up on his hind legs. Silversides was too intent on the other mouse to notice him. The huge train, headlamp flashing, bells ringing, motors roaring, swept into view. Every few seconds the whistle blew its lonely tune of mournful wandering. Ragweed could see nothing but boxcars, many of which had their doors open. The train moved slower and slower until, just as it had done when Ragweed was aboard, it lurched to a banging stop. Boarding would be easy. A deep longing came over Ragweed. He wanted to be home. He had been a fool to leave. Instead of hiding in the midst of garbage, he could be frolicking in the clear, bright brook with his brothers and sisters. What was Amperville to him? Nothing but dirt, danger, endless talk, and F-E-A-R, fear. He glanced toward the mound of clay. The white mouse was still oblivious to what was about to happen to him. "Hey, dude," Ragweed said, talking to himself, like, that's his lookout. I'm out of here. Though he said the words, he remained where he was and kept his eyes on the scene before him. Forcing himself to turn from what surely was going to be a scene of carnage, Ragweed darted toward the train. Halfway there he halted and looked back. Silversides was crouched low. Her rump was wiggling. Her rear legs were tensed. She was preparing to pounce. Ragweed's stomach churned. His pulse quickened. It was all too ghastly. Once more he began to move toward the train before stopping again. Could he just go and leave this strange white mouse to its terrible fate? "No," he said aloud. "I can't do it. It's too awful. Like, if I don't try to do something for that mouse, I'll never be able to live with myself." Glancing around, he saw that he had reached a spot that might enable him to distract the cat, yet still get to the train. Rising up tall, Ragweed cupped his paws around his mouth and shouted, "Hey, dudes, what's up?" Startled, Blinker looked around. Then and only then did he see Silversides. Taken by surprise, he was terrified. Silversides was equally startled by Ragweed. Her head snapped up and she looked about to see who had called. I'm right here, dude," Ragweed taunted, stealing a nervous glance over his shoulder to make sure his path to the train remained clear. "Remember me? The one who got away from you when I first came to town? The one who, popped Clutch's deck into your mouth, remember? Yeah, you can't catch me." He jeered. Silverside suddenly seemed to understand who was calling her. Abandoning her pursuit of the white mouse, she started to move toward Ragweed. "Hey, Whitey!" Ragweed shouted to the mouse. "Now's your chance, run for it!" Blinker, however, was too frightened to do anything other than blink and gape. Not so Silversides. She leaped toward Ragweed. Ragweed was ready. The instant he saw the cat coming, he spun around and dashed for the train. Even as he did, there was a sudden progression of loud bangs as mechanical couplings went taut. The train began to roll away. Unnerved, Ragweed made a desperate leap in hopes he could grab hold of a dangling coupling hose. Not only did he fall short, but the train increased its speed so rapidly he was afraid to make a second attempt. He might be crushed by the steel wheels. He had missed the train. Hearing a sound behind him, he whirled just in time to see Silversides barreling down at him. Yellow eyes ablaze with wrath, sequin collar glistening, pink mouth and sharp white teeth fully exposed. "Oh, bummer," Ragweed cried. "She's got me." Silversides took a giant leap through the air. As the cat plunged down, Ragweed dove beneath her. His size and speed enabled him to slip under the cat, but so close did they come that Ragweed felt the cat's belly fur rub along his own back. No matter. By the time Silversides landed, Ragweed not only had passed her, but was racing madly toward the white pile. When Silversides landed, she was completely confused as to where the golden mouse had gone. She looked now this way, now that. She finally glanced behind her and caught sight of Ragweed racing away. With a yowl, she spun on the spot and tore after him. Ragweed was aiming for the white mouse, Blinker, who had observed everything that had happened with little more than numb comprehension, saw Ragweed coming. "Head for the junk pile, dude!" Ragweed screamed. All that Blinker could manage was to open his eyes wide. Ragweed reached him. Without ceremony, he grabbed one of Blinker's paws and yanked, spinning the petrified mouse around. "If you want to live, mouse," Ragweed yelled, "hit it!" The mouse, shocked into motion, scrambled after Ragweed. Coming right behind and gaining quickly was Silversides. "Faster!" Ragweed cried. "Faster!" It took Ragweed 7 running leaps to reach the pile. With no hesitation, he plunged into the stinking garbage, clawing desperately beneath the surface until he sank knee-deep into the trash. Turning, he saw he was safe, but the white mouse was struggling. Ragweed grabbed one of Blinker's paws and dragged him to his side. From outside the pile, they heard Silversides yowling with frustration. "We're safe," Ragweed replied, "for a while." The white mouse was weak to the point of collapse. Thank you. You saved my life. I had no idea. Who are you?" he asked. "The name's Ragweed, dude. Like, what's yours?" "Blinker." "Cool." Blinker looked around at the garbage. "Is this your nest?" he asked. "This dump? No way, dude. Actually, I don't even live in this town. Like, I'm just passing through. Where are you from?" I live in the nest where Silversides lives." Ragweed was taken aback. "Her nest?" Blinker nodded mournfully. Are you friends?" Oh, no, not at all," Blinker assured Ragweed. On the contrary." "Were you, like, running away from her?" "Oh, it's not that simple," Blinker said with a sigh. Ragweed gazed at Blinker. This was one odd mouse. "Stay here and chill," he said. "I'll go see what's happening with the cat. We don't want to be surprised. Then you can tell me your story." You won't leave me, will you?" Blinker cried. "Hey, trust me." Ragweed pushed his way up through the junk. He poked his head out of the top of the heap and surveyed the scene. Silversides was sitting a few feet off, angry eyes fixed on the pile of garbage. Ragweed returned to Blinker. "I think she's going to try to wait us out. So we need to chill out for a while. You cool?" "I'm all right." "Okay, go ahead," Ragweed said. "You're about to tell me your story." It isn't very interesting." Ragweed shrugged. "Just tell it like it is." Blinker told his entire history from the time the girl brought him home from the pet store to his escape. "I thought you were trying to get on the train," Ragweed said when Blinker was done. The white mouse shook his head sadly. All I want to do is get back to my cage. I don't think I'll ever leave it again." "Why?" The world is too big for me. It's wonderful, but very frightening. But what about you?" Blinker asked. "If you don't live in this town, why are you here?" "Dude," Ragweed replied, "my life couldn't be more different from yours." He told Blinker how he came to be in Amberville. But the way you talk," Blinker said, it's different." Ragweed, delighted Blinker had noticed, grinned. "That's the way city mice talk, dude," he said proudly. Blinker sighed. "Oh, you and I have had such dissimilar lives," he said. For example, you have a family, and I have no memory of my parents or my brothers and sisters. The girl in my nest told me I was bred in a mouse factory, but your nest by the brook sounds so beautiful, so serene." "It's okay, but way Dullsville, if you know what I'm saying. Nothing ever happens there compared to all this anyway." "Oh," Blinker cried from the heart. "If I had a home like that, I believe I should never leave it. And yet," he added sadly, Though we have had led such different lives, here we are in the same predicament. Do you think we'll have to spend the rest of our lives here? Hey, no way, dude, Ragweed assured him. In fact, I'll go check on Silverside's, like maybe she's gone. Once more, Ragweed worked his way up through the pile. When he reached the top, he carefully edged aside some moldy newspaper and spied out. Silverside's was in the same spot she had been in before. But she was no longer alone. Next to her was Graybar. That's the end of chapter 14.